I had always trusted my wife, or at least I thought I did. For years, our life together was a careful balance of routines and comfort. The kind of relationship that felt steady, dependable, and to outsiders enviable. But trust, I would soon learn, is a fragile thing, like glass left on the edge of a counter, waiting for the right moment to shatter. When she told me she was heading to a boring family reunion in Denver, I didn't think twice. She sounded casual, almost dismissive about it, as if this was an obligation she could barely tolerate. I pictured her sitting around a table with her relatives, sipping lukewarm coffee, exchanging small talk about the weather, politics, and who had gained or lost a few pounds. I didn't imagine glamour, or laughter that sounded like champagne bottles popping in celebration. The first inkling of doubt came days later. I was scrolling through social media while waiting for my late shift to end, my thumb idly tapping past images of friends' vacations, pets, and weekend brunches. That's when I saw it. A post from her aunt. The caption was cheerful, lighthearted, full of emojis, a family celebrating, dressed in sparkling gowns and crisp suits, raising glasses in a glittering room. But what made my stomach drop wasn't the celebration itself. It was my wife. There she was, wearing a stunning gown that shimmered under the golden lights, her hair perfectly styled, laughing with a man who wasn't me. He wasn't just any relative or old friend. His familiarity in the pictures suggested intimacy, an ease that cut sharply across my chest. She was smiling, truly smiling, in a way I hadn't seen in years. And there I was, 100 miles away, sitting in the same living room we had built together, untouched, uninvited, completely excluded. My first reaction was disbelief. Surely, I told myself, this couldn't be real. My wife wouldn't lie to me. She wouldn't. Would she? I refreshed the page, looked for context, combed through comments. Every picture was a confirmation of what I had feared. Laughter, closeness, a celebration I wasn't a part of. My wife, the woman I had loved, the one I had built dreams with, had been elsewhere, somewhere luxurious, glamorous, emotionally distant from me. The betrayal didn't hit me all at once. It was a slow burn. A hollow ache spread through my chest as I pictured her there. A part of a life I wasn't invited into. I kept replaying her words in my head. Boring family reunion, and every syllable, twisted into a lie that now felt deliberate, cutting. I could see the sequence, the drive to Denver, the preparation for the event, the gown chosen with care, the laughter, the champagne, the toasts. Every moment of joy she experienced there, I would never know firsthand. Every intimate glance exchanged, every shared joke, every embrace that wasn't mine, etched somewhere in my memory of betrayal. I tried to confront her. I wanted the truth, the explanation that might salvage the remnants of trust. But when she returned, she spoke as if nothing had changed, recounting her weekend with vague stories of relatives, flights, traffic, meals that were just okay. Her casual dismissal of my probing questions was an echo of her earlier lie. I felt my world tilt, unsteady and fragile, as though the floor beneath me had been replaced with thin glass. The hardest part wasn't anger. It wasn't even sadness. It was the way she had compartmentalized our lives so perfectly that I had no inkling of this other world she was inhabiting, a world of elegance, laughter, and intimacy that existed without me. I had married her, yes, but had I truly known her? The person smiling in those pictures seemed like a stranger, a shadow of the woman I had loved. Sleep became a battlefield. Every night I would lie awake, eyes wide in the dark, imagining her there. I imagined the way her dress had caught the light, the way her laugh had mingled with others, the subtle touches that betrayed intimacy. I questioned everything, our conversations, our memories, our love. Were they all fabricated, or had she simply learned to separate herself from me? To inhabit a life where my presence wasn't required? I wanted answers, but every attempt at dialogue left me hollow. She deflected, minimized, denied. I realized, painfully, that some wounds aren't meant to be healed by conversation. Some betrayals exist in silence and absence, in the deliberate choices to exclude, to live in a life that leaves you behind. I felt invisible, a spectator to my own marriage, watching the person I had devoted myself to perform a life without me.